I am very pleased to announce that we are planning to reopen our 3 live Sunday morning services this coming Sunday, July 5th, at their normal times, 8, 9:30, and 11. I recognize that for some folks in our church family, this announcement seems long overdue, and for others, it seems too soon. It's important to know that this decision was made prayerfully and with much discussion over the past 3 months. I appreciate all the input I've received in this combined decision from both staff and your church council, whose prayers and support I so appreciate during this very difficult time to navigate. Let me explain the why and the how of returning to live services. First, the why, as I see it. We have been very blessed, not only in Oregon, but especially in Douglas County, to see a much lower number of COVID-19 infections and deaths than many states around the country. We have also been blessed not to have had a spike in positive cases after both phase 1 and now 3 weeks into phase 2 openings in Douglas County. In addition to these numbers, the only remaining benchmark for further easing of restrictions in Oregon at this point is vaccine development, which could take a long time. Therefore, due to these factors, it seems reasonable to me to begin services again. However, we must all understand that for a time, we are not returning to services as they were before the closures in March. We are blessed to have a very diverse congregation from a myriad of backgrounds. I believe that's what makes a healthy church. Please remember this also means we have a congregation comprised of folks who see this crisis from many different perspectives, and our unity in Jesus compels us to treat everyone with respect. I know we will. We always have, and it's one of the many reasons I love you all so much. As we begin live services next Sunday, we want to do it safely, recognizing that a typical Sunday morning with lots of hugs and handshakes, being indoors for an extended period of time, and especially singing together creates a higher risk environment for the potential spread of a virus. Knowing this, we will resume services with some precautions. First, as the CDC and Oregon Health Authority have advised people from the beginning, folks of mature age and underlying medical conditions should stay home and minimize their exposure to large groups of people. If you fall in that category, we also ask you to consider for yourself whether you feel it's safe to return to higher risk group gatherings such as church services. If July 5th is too soon for you to come back to live church, you can continue to watch every Sunday online at 9:30 until you feel ready to return. We will be taking the following precautions when we resume this week. We're going to suspend Sunday school classes, kids' church, and nursery for a time. We'll let you know as soon as we decide to begin those ministries again. We're going to suspend our coffee and cookie fellowship in the foyer for the time being. We're going to suspend congregational singing for now, as this activity indoors poses the greatest risk for spreading germs. We're going to reduce the length of services from 65 minutes to around 45 minutes to allow for more time between services for folks to safely exit and enter the building. We're going to continue our 3 services for the best social distancing outcomes. Please spread out around the sanctuary as best you can to maintain 6 feet between family groups as recommended by the CDC. If you saw our reopening announcement on Sunday, I mentioned that face masks wouldn't be mandatory at church. However, on Monday, June 29th, Governor Brown implemented a statewide mandatory face mask requirement for businesses and other indoor public spaces starting July 1st. We will therefore have face masks available for those who need them until the statewide mandatory face mask order is lifted. Hand sanitizer will be easily available throughout the foyer, and volunteers will sanitize commonly touched surfaces several times throughout the morning. If those most vulnerable in our church family choose to return right away, our first service will likely be the most sanitary environment throughout the day, since there will not have been a service immediately before. We are a loving, caring church, and that's not going to change. Under normal circumstances, we love to hug and be friendly, but for now it would be helpful to minimize handshakes and hugs. It's not going to be easy, but those of us who will be in the building all 3 services are going to try to refrain from close contact with folks, since we will be the ones who could most easily spread germs from one service to another. Although I know this won't look exactly like church as we're accustomed to it, it is going to be a wonderful time to see some of our church family, many of whom I'm sure you haven't seen since this crisis began. Finally, this is one of those times that we have the opportunity to love one another in the body of Christ by respecting each other's choices as to when and how we each feel comfortable returning to church. God bless you.